Yep.
Oh, let's make it real fancy. Let's go over plants in here.
You ever plants and shit? Okay. Well, you could have.
Huh?
I said you could have.
Oh. This is our podcast. Don't be fancy. Where'd you put the pumpkin? The pumpkin.
What pumpkin?
The one from the door.
I didn't move the pumpkin. The one, it's on the hanging on the door.
Uh-huh.
It's still hanging on the door.
Oh, why did I think you came over here with it?
No. Okay. It's festive. You bringing plants?
That would be fun. Got you a plant.
Cool.
Is this rolling?
It's, oh yeah.
You might want to delete the front part.
Why?
Because I had my pants halfway down. And I was
There's
like,
no way. There's no way you had your on camera. There's no way.
It's rolling. Oh no, it's only been 2 minutes. It's fine. Get back on this.
Did you have your whole nog goes out on the... Did you have your whole ass out?
No.
Oh, okay. You'll be alright. So,
Hey.
this was your idea. Questions.
Yeah.
Start them off.
What, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shake it up good. I'll get one of your questions. I did. So we both have to answer it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
If I lost my memory, what's the first thing you'd tell me about us? Do you want me to keep this PG or you want me...
No, this is not a PG podcast. I know what you're going to say because you already said. Go ahead. Remind me about your fire vagina.
Exactly.
So first thing.
Ass vagina.
Now all this time we spent
And
together, now that we have
the
a
past
child.
10 years, bomb ass vagina.
Okay.
What would you tell me?
Don't be alarmed, you have a white child. But that's what I'd start with.
Don't be alarmed, you have a white child.
Yeah.
He's tan.
He's getting there.
He's tan. You don't have blonde hair.
No, that wouldn't make sense at all. For him to have blonde hair. No matter what my mother thinks, but let's go with one of these. Oh, perfect. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
A hot dog is not a sandwich.
Okay, are subs sandwiches? So I'm thinking like the bread. Like the shape of the bread.
A sub is a sandwich.
It's almost the same. It's the same shape bread.
What's in the bread?
Meat. Whatever you put in there.
It's Oh, hot dog.
Right.
It's
But the
different.
hot dog, so the hot dog is the dog itself, is the meat.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess the hot dog itself is not a sandwich. The meat itself is not a sandwich, but in total, it's a sandwich.
I disagree.
I know you disagree, but you're wrong. Just
You're wrong.
explained it.
A hot dog is a hot dog. A sandwich is a sandwich.
I don't think so. Okay, at what point...
Is a pub sub a normal sandwich?
The sub.
So
I would...
sub is different.
It's a sub sandwich is a sub of sandwiches. It's like a sub.
The most ridiculous shit ever.
But I would throw hot dogs in with like hoagies and subs. So like like a chicken tender sub. Hot dogs are in with that.
It's like a meatball.
Yeah, same thing. It's all the same
So there's
genus.
sandwiches.
It's the same genus of sandwich.
I think a sandwich is like flatbread, like white bread, like toast bread. I don't know what you call it. Wait, give me this look.
What is what the bread's made out of?
It's just like the bread that we have. Just like the sliced bread.
Brioche.
Yeah, like I think of a sandwich is in between that.
Okay.
A sub is not as small as a hot dog. It's a medium. Like, so it's a sub.
So they're huge.
Yeah.
It's not medium. They're huge. Calm down. Your sizes.
I know my measurements.
They're off, but yeah, sure. It might benefit, but it's okay.
What was your first thought of me?
The very first one?
Yeah.
You're short.
That's rude.
Then when I first met you,
That's rude.
I was like rude. I was like, you're
That's rude as
short.
fuck.
A small little lady. I think you called someone a jackass immediately, and I was like, oh, she's cool. You said something, and I was like, oh, she's cool. She's not it's not
Was it on
PC.
my interview?
I didn't interview you.
No, like you were around.
I was not around for your interview.
Oh.
You worked at a different store before I met you. I met you at Boca.
I started at Boca.
They started at Broward.
No, I started at Boca. Jeff interviewed me.
That's great.
And he was amazingly surprised at my handwriting. And I was a smart ass. He was like, oh my god, you can write so nice. And I was like, I can read too. It's crazy. And he thought it was hilarious and he hired me.
Okay. So I was not part of your interview. You were a part of my replacement because I was leaving and they were trying to like fill that.
Oh.
Which was fine, but then I replaced you in the future when you got fired. That's cool.
It's bullshit.
It was bullshit, but you know.
Fuck Foot Locker. My first thought of you was he's a bit full of himself.
That's crazy. Also, you're not the only person to ever say that. But that person was swiftly corrected. They didn't say it to me. They said it to someone else. So if you do, I get that if you don't know me. I get that.
Yeah. That was like his first reaction. I was like, oh god. He's so full of himself. I was like, alright.
I'm just a guy.
So you thought I was just short. I was just like...
The first thing, I remember like standing like to the side of the registers where like I think it was the women's wall right there to my back, and you were like standing right next to me. Like you just started standing next to me. And I was just like, this new girl's short. And then we had like a 2-sentence conversation. And I was like, ah, she's alright. Still short.
Still short. She's alright. Like 15 years later, still short as shit.
Still short. Short as fuck. It's alright. It's fine.
You can't help it.
My dad told me it all lines up when you lie down. So height does not matter.
Why did your dad tell you that?
Because he says wild things. Oh, I got one. Let's see. Although I think that I wrote this one. At what
It's your
moment?
chicken scratch. Of course you.
It's not chicken scratch. Look how neat that is.
Chicken scratch.
How is that charcuterie? Rude. At what moment did you know you wanted a second date? Let's hear it.
Why are you gonna bring this up?
I didn't think of this question. I found a bunch of questions and then I picked some.
What moment did I know I wanted a second date? The first one did not go horribly.
I thought it went pretty well. Not horribly.
It did not go as I expected.
What did you expect?
For me not to want a second date.
Let's go.
But I did.
We need another one of these.
But I did.
It's a little rougher than I thought. Alright, so. You weren't even thinking about a second date.
I wasn't. At the time, no.
That's crazy.
Look at us now.
Look at us now. Gotcha.
Gotcha. Tripped. Your turn.
Probably as soon as I realized you were probably like, you drank a little too much. And I was like, we should probably have a proper date where you're not completely. You weren't completely drunk, but you were tipsier than I think you planned on getting.
Yeah.
Which was your fault because I warned you about the drinks.
What did I have? Long Island?
No. No, but we went to Alabama Joe's.
Yeah.
And I told you she pours heavy.
And I didn't believe you.
You didn't.
I learned after that though. That was the only time.
I remember you not finishing your second drink. But they also served cocktails in a beer glass, which was crazy.
That was our spot for a little bit.
It was. It's a good time. I like that place.
Mm-hmm.
I went to shit.
Until, they had new owners.
Yeah. As soon as they start changing the menu, I'm like, this is not going to be a good time. That's a huge piece of paper. Why is this question so long?
It's a lot on this paper. Would you rather lose a toe or have another date with your worst ex? Not just any ex. Your worst one.
I need my feet.
Huh?
I need my feet. That's a hard one. Mm-hmm. That's great. How'd you fucking come up with that?
That's when I sit at work and I'm bored as shit. Come up with questions.
What does the date entail?
Huh?
You're officially the first person to spill something on the podcast. The cleanest person in the world.
First time for everything.
Don't just lift up your shirt.
I was going to.
I know. I saw you. I'm like, whole cootie cat out.
It would be. It's a question.
I'm not going to go without my toe. From a soccer point, like a soccer player standpoint, I just can't get rid of my toe. Are you serious? I'll entertain a date. I won't enjoy it. I'll probably just drink. Talk shit. Like literally talk shit. Like you're a piece of trash. And then...
It's not a date.
That's a date. That's a date.
You have to be polite.
No, I don't have to. I don't have to.
So you're just gonna go on a date with somebody just to be rude as shit?
If it saves my toe, yes.
Okay.
100%.
I would lose a toe.
I need my feet. That's weird. You care less about your feet than I do.
The middle one. I can still balance. I'll be alright.
I need my feet. I need my toes. I was thinking...
I still got cute feet.
I immediately thought
even
big
if I
toe.
lose a toe.
Yeah, I'd stay with you if you were missing a toe.
The middle one. Not like one on the edge. Cause
One in the middle?
Yeah. I can still balance properly.
Just spread them out.
Exactly.
mean, you answered.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
I want to
you
do.
wanna go on I mean, that makes sense.
It's either they're trash or I can't.
Well, the
stand
worst,
there.
so there's just one. God, calm down.
There's a tie.
There's a tie? Jesus. Is it a three-way tie? I'm getting questions I wrote down. This crap.
So put it back.
Oh. Let's go. Were we supposed to put like spicy questions? Because I had some, but I didn't know. I forgot to ask you.
It can.
Okay, I don't know what you... Vacation in the mountains or on the beach? Definitely the mountains. Because we live on the beach. I'm tired of being hot. I want to change the scenery if I'm going on vacation. So, let me see. Now, if we live somewhere else, probably, I'd probably say the beach. But yeah, if we're staying in the country, yeah, on the mountains. A little rain, a little cold. Light a fire. I could wear a flannel shirt.
S'mores.
I could wear a flannel shirt and chop wood.
Oof. Hello.
I know you're a fan of that.
Hello.
See?
While making me s'mores?
Yeah. I mean, I'm building a fire, so yeah, might as well.
I don't know where I would go.
Did I
love
just
the
sway
beach.
you? My description just swayed. You're like, hold up.
I originally like beach. That's because I want to go to an island. Like, it's not crowded. All the beaches here are just crowded. I just want to go to an island where it's just us. Like, for a mile. Like, we can't see another person on that
It'd be a good
beach.
time. It'd be a very good time.
And maybe you will get me to go snorkeling. Maybe.
Maybe. What's your fear with snorkeling?
I don't like being underwater.
At all?
In the ocean.
In the ocean.
Cause I know I'm not quick enough. If any type of animal come around me, I don't care if it's just a fish. I don't want to be near it. If it's any bigger than this, I want to be near it.
It's crazy.
What
I'm going to
if-
clip that.
What? I don't think they can see it.
Hey, yo. Okay.
What's that, Sam? That's 4 inches.
Yeah, Sam has no idea. I told her next time she's on, I can't wait to just pull up the chart. Because there's like a chart. Yeah, there's a
This?
chart, and then just has, it's weird, it just has like a phallic symbol in the middle. It's not a dick, but it's just like the idea of a dick in the middle of the page. And then it, on either side, like going from the top to the base, or the tip to the base, as far as size, like each, like the average in each area or country. And I'm like,
That's
Sam,
gonna be wild.
I'm like, I can't wait for her to see that chart, because she just has no idea. Also, she hasn't been around one in a very long time, so I don't.
Did you see this like that big? Ugh.
I think her only reference is like dildos, so.
That's not realistic though.
Right. I mean, some are. I don't know. They gotta be molded after somebody,
Their imagination. don't
I
know.
guess. On to the next one.
On to the next one. Is cereal considered soup?
Did I write that?
Yes, you wrote that.
That's a
Why
good
would I
one.
get mad at my own question?
Sometimes you're crazy.
No. What soup do you know has milk in it like that?
Listen, you don't have to get mad at me. I didn't just. I got these questions off the internet. I didn't just make that up.
But you picked
This
it.
is a hot dog as a sandwich? Like, that's so crazy. My question's not that crazy. You have to answer it.
No, it's two different things.
If it's hot cereal, could it be considered soup?
What hot cereal?
Yeah.
You mean oatmeal?
It can be oatmeal. You like your oatmeal extra soupy. So,
I do. I love
so
it.
how is that not soup?
So it's oatmeal. That's not cereal. Cereal's cold. Also,
What makes it soup? Is it the ratio of liquid to contents?
Well, soup is hot.
So is your oatmeal.
The question is cereal here, not oatmeal.
Okay. You like to sog up your cereal too, so.
That's besides the point. It hurts my gums.
What's your favorite cereal?
My favorite cereal?
Yeah, we kept having this conversation at work, and it's just the rabbit hole of cereals you end up going down when you start talking about cereals. It's kind of crazy. But what is your favorite cereal? Whether you can still get it or not. It's all-time favorite cereal.
All-time favorite cereal? I do love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I like Cocoa Puffs also, but it's just, it don't like me.
Like
I can't chew it.
Is it too harsh?
Yeah.
What's worse, Cocoa Puffs or
But I love
Captain
the
Crunch?
milk that it leaves.
The chocolate milk that's not really chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't taste like chocolate milk.
No, it's so good.
But it's chocolate milk.
Yeah, it's so delicious.
So what's worse, Captain Crunch or Cocoa Puffs?
Oh, Captain Crunch.
For sure.
10 times. Because it has sharp edges. Cocoa Puffs mess your shit up. But Captain Crunch, like, you can't eat your food properly for days.
Soft palate ass.
Your harsh ass mouth. Never be judging these soft gums before.
That's true. They're rather soft. Oh, that's my question. I don't want my question. I think only my questions are left.
No, that one's mine, I think.
This big one? Right.
Yeah, the big ones.
What are 2 things on your bucket list? I don't really have a bucket list. I don't know if that's a problem or not.
What's 2 things you would like to do in life? Doesn't have to be a bucket list, but 2 things that you want to do. But you don't have a bucket list.
Yeah, because I guess bucket list is before you die.
Yeah.
I don't really think about it.
If you're dying. This water stand is wild.
Well, because this thing's dented, the 6 months are just slowly creeps to the center. It's eventually going to nail the pumpkins we got here. Definitely want to go to Japan. At least visit. I know I talk about getting a house there all the time, but
You do.
I would like to.
I would not mind having a vacation house in Japan.
Right.
And have cherry blossom trees.
Be nice. Be nice.
And then have a GTR.
That's normal. You get something else there. You get something weird that you can only get there. Why don't you want it?
Because that's the car that I want.
Right, but you can get a GTR here. Why don't you get something like a R34 you can't get here?
Oh, I would want that.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm
But
saying.
even the GTRs over there is different.
A little bit.
I feel like over here it's just like stock. It's not.
I mean, they're stock from the factory. They're whack.
Like over there, you got nice shit. Like they go a lot faster. They're highways.
That's true.
R34 though.
Be a good time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so visit Japan. What else?
Go on like a really long family vacation.
2 to 3 weeks.
Like 2 weeks is good.
Whatever. Planning to be.
2 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, be a good time.
We'd have to do it during summer vacation.
2 weeks is long enough. Like, it gives you enough time to, like, get wherever you're going and actually relax.
Yeah.
3 day, 4 day weekends, like, they don't. Everyone has too much shit going on. But you get there, you get settled, and then you're like, what are we gonna eat? Like, that's the first thing, because you fucking spend all day probably traveling.
You're starving.
Yeah, you're starving, and then you're not relaxed, and then you're tired, just want to go to sleep. The next day, you don't want to get up. Which you're like, I gotta get up because I gotta do stuff on vacation. Otherwise, I'm not enjoying vacation.
No, I just want to go like wander, like into places.
That's why Peru was so fun. Like, we were just wandering. We had no plans, and people like when we got back, people would ask me like, "Oh, why didn't you go here to like some extra touristy spot?" I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I was just hanging out. I ate a lot of
like
food.
Spain.
Yeah.
Go to Italy.
Italy be a good time.
Just wander and just eat pasta. Killian would love that shit. Every type of noodle that he could possibly.
Every type of noodle. Pizza everywhere.
Pizza everywhere.
It's not the same pizza, but I think he'd still eat it.
He'd be in heaven.
Yeah, he'd have a good time.
It's like I kind of would want someone with us so like we can go have a date.
Mm-hmm.
But
What was I watching? I was watching or I was listening to something, and I guess this family went on vacation, and they paid to have one of the moms come with them, so they could watch the kids while they're like doing couple stuff. And I guess they went to like one of the pools, like the adults only pools or something like that, and they look up and they see the grandma.
oh yeah, we watched it.
We watched that together, right?
Oh, what show was that?
It might have just been on Instagram or something. But the grandma had taken that he was supposed to be watching the kids drop the kids off at like the resort daycare. I was like, what? That's trash.
I pay for you to come so we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And leave my kid with some weirdo in a different country. Like we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
No. Bring Matthew along.
That's fine.
But no, I would like to have, even if it's not elsewhere, I would like to have like a big, like get just like a big house, like a bedroom house somewhere, in a nice place, mountains. And then people come. Yeah, everybody there. Hang out for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Be a good time.
So I can match with my one on mine because I really want a house with a wraparound like porch.
Okay. That's on your bucket list?
Yeah.
Get a house with a wraparound
I've
porch.
always wanted a house like that since I was like little. I forgot where I saw it and what movie I saw it. I'm like, I need that.
Every white girl that's dying that falls in love with the new kid from In Town movie that you
That's
watch.
crazy because I don't really watch love movies like that.
No, you watch shit like that. It's disguised as something else, but it's the same thing.
So yeah.
You watch Gilmore Girls. That's literally a series of just that.
They do have a big porch.
Yeah.
They do. So yeah, and I want like a whole like area outside with the furniture and the TV out there and stuff. So yeah, maybe the 8-bedroom house with a really big porch.
Okay.
That'll make me very happy. Then I can have plants all over.
There's plants everywhere.
Plants everywhere.
Sneezing up the place because you're allergic to everything. But
They're pretty.
hey, Chris, how pretty. Yeah, more. They look great.
Look great. I can't breathe, but they look great. And then I want to go visit all of the Harry Potter sites, like the big ones from the movies.
Like where they filmed.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like where the school is, where they buried Dobby, like all of those places.
Isn't that just a beach?
Yeah, but it was like a really pretty beach and it had like higher parts. It was nice. My turn?
I think.
I lost track.
I did too.
I'm not even drinking. It's one of yours. What is something I do that you really appreciate? Just one?
Yeah, I mean, you could go off on a list. I know there's tons I do. That you just absolutely appreciate.
You cook. put the laundry to wash. You spoil the shit out of me. And you get everything that I want when it's time for bed. When I want my water. I forgot something downstairs.
So my legs look so great. I'm up and down these goddamn stairs.
I have my CBD. Those are the top.
That's the top. Okay. That's solid. That's solid top. Top 5. I like it.
It's like top 4. What you got?
You are very patient with me.
I am.
Appreciate that. So I know I'm a pain in the ass.
The crazy part is I have patience for
No one else.
no one else but you
I'm aware.
and Killian.
And the kid, yeah.
That's about it. Everybody else, get that shit out of here. Like, I don't got it. The amount of patience I have to give daily for Killian, it runs real thin. And then work. It's a lot of patience. That's why I just sit there and I play my game.
Makes sense.
Continue. Sorry.
No, that's it. I don't have a whole list. Like you just do a whole.
I'm so sorry.
You do a whole lot, but I mean that's the number one. I was prepared with number 1.
Oh, okay. So there's nothing else that I was just
Do a lot of things.
raving about you.
But I was raving.
I was raving.
I was raving.
About you. Bomb in his head.
Okay. I mean that's what I was thinking for solid number 2.
I'm really sure that you were thinking that.
Yeah. Okay. So bomb ass head for sure. For sure.
My family can't watch this podcast.
That's on them. That's on them. What's going on the internet? Happens. Fairly skilled in that arena. It's a good time. I'm a fan.
I can tell.
Oh yeah. Obviously, you're really good with Killian. You work really hard.
That kid has taught me patience.
Yeah.
I remember after having him and going back to Wells Fargo, and Christian was like, "You have a lot of patience now. Like, you're not losing your shit."
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, "I'm just probably tired. I don't got energy to lose my shit, but thanks." And he was, just like, he was like, okay. He was just like, normally like, okay, you can get up and leave now. Patience.
Yeah, I had a manager that kept telling me, he's like, you don't have any patience. He's like, watch, you're going to have a kid, and you're going to learn patience. And I was like, all right, man, whatever you say. I was like, when I have a kid, then I'll learn patience. That's fine.
Till that day.
Till that day, I don't need that much right now.
It's fine.
Anytime I see him, I remind him. I'm like, listen, man, I think about it all the time. I'm like, you couldn't have been any more right. Hmm?
My shoes.
Oh, you playing with your shoes over there?
Fuzzy.
What was your dream job as a kid?
A veterinarian.
That's it?
You don't want to hear any more of that.
I do. No?
It goes dark.
How's it go dark?
It goes dark.
Okay, well.
Not dark, but it goes...
It gets weird?
No. It gets sad.
How does it get sad?
Because my mother didn't think I was smart enough to become a veterinarian, and she said I should pick something else.
Well, she's also a cunt.
So, yeah.
Who says that to kids? Well, your mother, obviously, but generally speaking. But how old are you?
You forget.
No, I don't forget. I don't forget. I just it's like a general,
That's
like in general, that's in comparison to other things she's done and been responsible for. That's the least. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Compared
On
to
the
other
scale.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
I was around
okay.
14, 15. I just started high school, and my high school had the different houses on like what you wanted to.
Programs and stuff.
Yeah, and I was in biomed for all of that stuff, and she was like, "We should try something else." And then I had to go into like the humanities house.
Because she said that, or because you felt like.
Both. I think she was like, "Oh, you should change it," and then I think she spoke with the school to change it.
She went out of her way.
When I started high school, I was not in humanities. I was in biomed for like freshman year, and then after that, which I guess was good. No, it wasn't good.
That's not good.
Because then I started doing a lot of dumb shit, like not going to class. Probably because I wasn't interested in the class.
You're cutting class?
Cutting class is the least of it.
Forgot my water.
Your wallaby?
Alright, so what? If that was the least of it, what were you doing? That's crazy.
Sorry.
Texting on the pod, that's crazy.
I did not text, I was reading.
That's so crazy.
What was the least of it?
You said that was the least of it, so what was it? What else were you?
Cutting class. Drinking. Yeah. Smoking Mary Jane.
Did you smoke cigarettes already?
No, I started that senior year. Because that's when my friend turned 18. And she can go buy them.
She'd go buy.
She also smoked. So we just smoked together. Smoking on Newports.
That's
Terrible.
so rough. That's so rough. You were a grown man.
Yeah. I went from that to Black and Mild.
That's so crazy.
Then I would smoke both.
You want to hear a funny nicotine story?
Sure. Did you answer your question? No, you didn't answer the question. What are you going to be?
Oh, this is gonna sound. So when I was a kid, like a little kid, I wanted to be British SAS.
What's an SAS?
That's British Special Service, like Special Forces.
Oh.
I didn't realize that involves also being British. And
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I had gotten an action figure when I was a kid, and I thought he was so cool. I thought he was so cool.
I'll be just like you.
And you're right. And the box said British SAS. I'm like, whatever job that is, like sign
I
me
wanna do
up.
that.
Yeah. So that's
Did not.
Then I
take in
learned
your
what
head,
it
like,
was.
I'm not. I don't live there. Not British.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not.
that didn't really work out. And then I was gonna go into the Navy, I guess, when I was a kid. Up until like high school, and then I started playing sports.
That's crazy. You love the water, and I hate the water like that. The ocean.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. I'm out. If I cannot touch the floor, I'm out. I'm out.
That's better, cause like if I'm walking on the floor, like there's stuff in the sand and there's stuff floating, like swimming around my feet.
No,
But if
'cause
I'm
then
just
something can
swimming
swim up
through,
and just swallow me.
it's not how
I'm short,
things
remember?
work. Yeah, you are short. I don't need to be reminded. Like,
It's like a pill for a shark, is what I am.
That's not how that works.
It's to swim by and
You
just.
swim with sharks every time you get in the ocean. They're right there. They don't bother you.
That's because they stay in their side, and I stay on the shallow part.
Where do you think they are? They're called reef sharks.
Yeah, they're further out by the reef.
Oh, man.
So we're not going to go to the beach. I changed my answer for the other one about the beaches.
You're just going to the mountains?
Because I'm going to just stay in the sand the whole time. The beach part. We can hang on the mountains.
That's not even the problem. Shark, you're thinking about other stuff. We live in Florida. We have crocodiles in the ocean now.
True story. True story. Man, did you see the video about the bear, like, on the table and the mom and the kid? And she's, like, holding the son?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, white people are crazy.
What the fuck didn't you get up and leave?
Bears are scary because they'll, like, eat you while you're still alive.
The old mountains got bears.
Yeah, but bear. Everywhere has bears. We have bears in Florida.
Bears here.
Yeah.
We have fucking coyotes. That just
We have
walk
everything
around.
here. Like, I don't know why we need guns more in Florida for, like, crazy people or because we live in Jurassic Park. Like, there's fucking giant,
there's
giant
an
anacondas.
alligator just, like, a block down at the lake.
Alligators. We have Nile crocodiles. We have saltwater crocodiles. We have rock pythons. We have Burmese pythons. We have wild hog that'll fuck you up. We got bears. We have coyote.
We have every type of lizard you can possibly imagine outside of.
They're
Freaks me
just
out.
everywhere, but like especially the iguanas and stuff. They're just everywhere, but they're not gonna really mess with you. Apparently they're good to eat. Like they're tasty. I don't know. I have no intention on eating an iguana.
Right. What was your crazy story?
Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. The nicotine story.
Uh-huh.
So, because I know you smoke cigarettes, and I've never had a cigarette, but I've had like a little bit of nicotine from cigars and stuff that I smoke. But I was like, if I tell her this story, like she's just gonna call me a bitch
What?
because you smoke Newports like a grown man.
Those are the first set of cigarettes that I tried out.
So, you ever seen the little, they're like little packets. You know, like what Sam had, the little packets she put in her lip. I don't know if you saw them. She left them here.
I didn't open the case,
Oh, okay.
so I don't know what they look
They're like these little packets, and they come with different. They make different stuff, but there's ones with just nicotine. So there's no tobacco; it's just nicotine.
Okay.
So nicotine is supposed to have like some good qualities, as far as like cognitively. It's like all the tobacco and other shit that kind of messes with you.
Okay.
So I was like, maybe I'll give it a whirl. I don't know. So we'll see. So my boy Jeff, or Geoff, to specify, he pops them all the time.
So wait, this is recently?
This is recent. So
And you wait till now to tell me?
I figured it would come up on the podcast that we were supposed to do like a week ago, but
When did this happen?
like a week ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but now it's a
You've
good
been
time.
holding
Now's
out
a
on
good time.
shit for a week. That's so crazy.
It came up in conversation.
Yeah.
It's your. All right, let me get back to the story because you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh, and you probably are gonna call me a bitch. Sorry. Like you do on COD, which isn't nice. Just because I shot you in the face.
I didn't know it was you.
I'd do it again. It's fine.
I did not know it was you.
Shoot you in the
Continue
face
with your
again.
story.
Anyways, so he takes them like the little packets, and they're like 6 milligrams of nicotine
So you just
each.
hold it in your mouth?
Yeah, you just put it like in your lip, and like your saliva kind of gets into your system, right?
It melts?
It doesn't melt. Like it's inside the little packet, and it seeps through the packet. So your saliva gets wet, seeps out through the packet.
And the package just,
It just sits in there. Yeah, you spit it out eventually.
Gross.
A little bit. So it's like 6 milligrams of nicotine, which is apparently high if it's just nicotine. Like that's a lot. He pops like 2 or 3 at a time.
How does he talk?
He knows how to do it. He'll do, if he could do it at work, he'd do like the normal dip.
I can't talk with my aligners in.
You can, it's just very lispy.
I can't talk with my aligners in.
So anyways, yeah, he takes a few. Now he's warned me, like, don't take them. Plenty of times. I think it was that night I really didn't sleep, like 2 nights in a row. So yeah, it was like a week ago when I just did not sleep. So I popped one. I was like, yo, let me get one of those when it came to work.
Supposed to give you energy?
I didn't know what I was going to do. It's just supposed to, like, do stuff cognitively. It's supposed to, like, be good for you cognitively. Like, it can help, I guess. And I was like, I didn't sleep. I think it was a Sunday. Because I was like, I got a shit ton of paperwork. So I was like, let me get one of those. So he gave one. He's been warning me for weeks not to take one. So I was like, I popped one. He's like, the second you feel it, get rid of it. I'm like, all right, cool. So I had it in my lip and I did not feel anything. It's like when you have an edible, literally that, like just like this ain't shit, and then it hits you. So I remember I was in the back talking to him and somebody else, and I was like, man, I'm going to my office. I don't feel shit. And I start walking, and from the time it took me to get from the back to my office, that thing hit.
You were walking around?
Maybe. So I felt it, and I scooped it out, threw it away.
Felt what?
Like, my head was getting light, and my eyes were getting real big. Like, I could feel it. Like, I was like, yo, you need some work done on the roof? Like, I'll go up there right now and fix some shit. What's up? Like, I was just like, I was very wired, if I was to explain it anyway. So, like, that was crazy. Went away after, like, 20, 30 minutes. Nothing crazy. Like, I felt a little loopy, but nothing crazy. So, I was like, all right, that's fine. So, the next day, I was like, let's see how long I can ride this train. And I put one in. And I felt it. And I was like, all right. It was a different flavor. I don't know if that made a difference. I think it's because I liked it more.
Flavors?
So I kept it. Yeah. So the first one gave me was cinnamon. And then the second one was spearmint. I think the spearmint was like easier to deal with. So I think that's part of the reason why I kept it in longer. Also, David is doing this all at the same time. And he almost fell inside the range the day I just took it out immediately. Apparently they saw him stumble through they're watching as we're like setting up in there. I think he had the vacuum or something. He like stumbled and they're like, David, take it out of your fucking mouth. Like he didn't want to listen. So anyways, I was like, let's see how long I can ride this train. So I put it in my mouth. I started feeling loopy and I left it in there. And David showed up late that day. And I'm like sitting at the tables for the meeting, and he knocks on the door. So I walked from the tables to the door, and I was like, I'm in trouble. Like my legs felt funny, all this stuff. And I was just like, David, I got a Zin in. It's not a good time. Like I got spit this shit. He's like, oh man, yesterday I went on a ride, and I'm like, I heard. So I make it back to the table, and I'm like, this isn't good. So I take it out at that point. I'm like, this is not a good time. Like, my head is not attached to my body anymore. Why are you making that face?
Continue your story. I'll save my comments till the end.
So I put my head down on the table, and they're like, continue to warn me. I'm like, I don't feel good, but I don't feel bad. It's just like, this is a weird feeling. So I just put my head down. And I didn't know till after, apparently this makes you want to shit. And I was
Smoking cigarettes normally does that to you.
Well, I've never smoked cigarettes. So I was unaware of that problem. Or that side effect. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, do I have to shit? And I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I got up in the middle of the meeting and just went to the bathroom.
Rude.
As soon as I got to the toilet, I was like, I had to poop, but I definitely had to puke more. So I puked, like, very little. And I was like, oh, I feel great now. Sat on the toilet, did my thing, and I'm like, good to go. As soon as I stood up off the toilet and I flushed it, I'm watching the water swirl, and it's like, my stomach starts doing that. And I'm like, I think I'll puke again. So I start puking in the toilet.
Why are you doing this shit at work?
Because that's where it was. Listen, it's work. It'll be alright. So I'm like sitting there puking, and I hear the door open. What are you looking at? Looking up that thigh, girl.
Where's your pants?
I'm wearing shorts. Looking up my pant leg. Trying to get you a little peek.
Yeah. It's not that type of podcast.
Not yet. So I'm puking, and I hear the door open. And as it opens, I just like throw up again. All I hear is ew, and under the stall comes rolling like a bottle of water, and it's just Jeff. And he's like, yeah, you're gonna need that. I'm like, thank you. So I'm just like chugging this cold water. I'm like, this feels good. It's a good time. I sat in my chair at my desk.
So is it like a high feeling or a drunk feeling? Like, I don't understand.
It's similar, but different. So it didn't feel like I was drunk, didn't feel like I was high, but I would put it in that category. Like I was under the influence. Like that shit hit me hard. But I've never smoked cigarettes. What very little nicotine you might get from a cigar would be the extent to my intake. And I rarely smoke cigars, so I went from that to what he said was a lot for somebody that's never done it. I sat at my desk for about 40 minutes after.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Let's not do that again.
Oh no. But on the plus side, I slept so good that night. Especially since like I hadn't slept the 2 nights before. I slept so good. That morning I woke up, I was so refreshed. I didn't find my alarm. I got right up. I got right in the cold plunge. Got right out, went to the gym, no problem, go work out.
That was like one of the only days this week you went to the gym. You only went to the gym twice this week.
No. I went, today's what, Thursday?
Yeah.
I only missed Wednesday. I went Monday, Tuesday. Or today's Thursday, yeah. Yeah, I only missed Wednesday.
You sure?
Yeah. I went Monday.
I don't remember you going Monday.
I'm pretty sure I went Monday. Oh no, I did miss Monday. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I woke up and I'm like, oh, he's still here.
Yeah. So this was last week. So it had to be like the Tuesday morning.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So we're not doing that again.
Oh, hell no. I would not.
And if you had told me that you were even thinking about doing it, I would have told you not to.
Well, I wasn't thinking about it.
Because you just never did anything
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
I mean, to be fair, he completely, warned me. Like, even without me asking, he was like, yeah, you don't want to try this shit. But I was aware of what it was on my own. Like, I've seen it before, I knew what it was. So I was like, let me give it a shot. Since I was so tired, I was just like, let me just see if it helps at all. And that first day, it did help. But that's because I took it out on time. The second one, I was like, let's ride this train. Apparently, while I was puking, David was stumbling around the sales floor because he was on the same train, just getting off at a different stop. And they were apparently Jeff saw his face, and he was just like, David, get the fuck out of your mouth. Spit it out. That boy's special. That boy is special.
I've never met him.
You did meet him. You met.
Did?
You I think he had a customer, but you came in with Killian. Last time you came with Killian, you saw him. You're like, I was like, oh, that was David. And you're like, oh, that makes sense.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, that does make sense.
I told him that, and I'm like, I caught Killian looking at him. Like, what's up with this guy? He's like, checks out.
He's like, my daddy says it's true.
That guy's fucking hilarious. I told him he could show up to a podcast at any time. I'm like, just show up to my house. Thursday. It's fine. Just stroll in. I was like, we'll start filming if we're not already filming. He's so crazy. There's a couple of okay people.
So let's not do that again.
Oh, absolutely not. No. I have no intention to do that again.
Just like, was it worse than the edible?
It was.
The edible's pretty bad.
It was pretty bad, but it was the same situation. Like, I took way more than my body was ready for.
You just don't learn.
Once again, thank you for being patient with me.
When I first started smoking cigarettes, I didn't sit there and smoke like a full Newport. Like, I warmed up to that shit.
Okay, well, I wasn't a juvenile delinquent like somebody here. So.
I was not a juvenile delinquent. I was just smoking under the age of 18, which everybody did anyways.
And doing drugs and drinking, getting into fights.
A beer first thing in the morning is perfectly fine for you.
Yeah. That's how I start my day.
It's the blood work going, you know.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a Guinness, yeah, it makes sense.
It's wild.
You had a wild childhood.
I did. Hence why I smoked.
I mean,
Before I was 18.
You could have told me you smoke crack, and I'd be like, yeah, checks out. Like, that's a completely
I've never
understandable.
touched that one.
No, I'm just saying.
God.
Like, you could have told me you did some hard drugs, and I would have been like, all right, that makes sense. Like, all things considered, yeah, I get why you went that way. But you did it. Good job.
I know. I didn't turn out to be a crackhead.
I know. Good job. I said good job.
I know.
Could have been a lot worse.
Okay.
So what's up? You got any more questions? You ran through these. I think we needed more questions.
We do. Are you still filming?
I mean, unless it just cut out, it's still filming.
Gotcha.
I can go check.
Okay.
You sure?
Yeah. What other questions you got for me?
Now I'm gonna go check. I can't not check now. You got me nervous.
You make the Lord very nervous.
You make the Lord very nervous. That's a solid movie. I was quoting movies yesterday at work, and they were just like amazed. Like, how do you remember all this shit? I'm like, I don't know. I just watched a lot of
That's
movies.
what I told you the other day when they were doing the trivia at work. I'm just like, damn, I wish he was home. He would know all the answers. I would have won.
I've watched way too many movies, and way too many times. Like, we would just watch movies over again.
There's only like a set amount of movies that I watched multiple times. The first time, they told me not to watch it. I don't know if it was Chanel and Cherish. I can't remember. But it was that movie, The Hills Have Eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was young. I was probably like 11 or 12. I didn't sleep properly for like a week. I was fucking terrified.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was with them.
It sounds like something they take you to see that you weren't supposed to see yet.
I know that I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre with them.
It's a good movie. I have it. It's here somewhere.
I can't remember. We're not watching that shit.
No, I'm just saying I have it. That's tame to some of the stuff I've seen in the past couple of years.
Yeah, that horror movie keeps popping up on YouTube.
Oh,
Whatever.
The Nun? Yeah, because it's new? Yeah, I forgot. There's a way to get rid of it. There's a way to get rid of it.
Killian screams, I scream. We both don't like it.
I don't like movies like that. I like slasher movies. I don't like possession movies. I've seen a couple, and it just like wasn't.
And I don't like it. What was the other one? It was like they were living in the wall or something. God.
They did the one that they didn't know he was living in the wall.
Yeah.
It was like their son, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brahms. I can remember the guy's name, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
It had the girl from The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Didn't like that one.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called, but yeah.
Nah, I can't. So my Halloween and scary movies are on Disney.
I mean, they have some good ones. I wonder if Tales from the Hood is...
I really gotta find Coraline.
Oh. That one's kind of creepy. That's not for kids.
No. Like, Killian cannot watch that. I don't think Damien's watched it because it's kind of creepy. Like, you gotta be a little bit older to watch that one. Because the mom gets kind of creepy.
It all is kind of creepy.
I love that movie though.
Beetlejuice 2 is coming out.
Oh, I saw.
Filming.
I would think that it would come out now. It's gonna come out next October?
Mm-hmm.
Is that when it's released?
Maybe. It's not coming out now. They're filming now.
Oh. Man, I can't wait for what you call it to come back. Stranger Things.
True.
It was delayed.
Yeah.
More.
This whole writer.
They had like a thing where they were coming out right before Halloween. You know, it was a good thing that we had going.
Mm-hmm.
We stopped.
There's a bunch of movies that got put on hold.
There's a bunch of shows. I got shit to watch. It's September. No, it's October.
Now we can catch up on all the stuff that we need to catch up on. We got one more episode of Twisted Metal. We got 2 more episodes of Night Agent.
Oh, Night Agent.
Also, I watched a clip from a podcast. That actor, apparently he's like physically a freak of nature.
Who?
The main actor from Night Agent.
Oh. He's a what?
Like a freak of nature physically. Like he just like
His face looked like that. Like he just does wild shit.
Yeah.
He looked like he's been hit a few times.
So apparently he went to like this retired fighter, but a very famous kickboxer's gym, and was just like, yeah, like I want to train, and he's like I want to get a fight in, like, but he was between filming. He just wanted to do it, and he hurt his hand on the second day of training, so he had to stop training, but he still had the fight lined up. So he's like, no, I'll fight. And he went there and like really messed up this guy who's a professional fighter. Meanwhile, this actor just walked in. Like, apparently he's just like a freak of nature when it comes to like learning stuff, like physically. Like he was like, I teach him moves and he immediately gets it. And he's like, and he's a big dude. So yeah, some people are just weird like that.
That's wild. He looks like that though.
Yeah, he looks like you could just punch him in the head for like 10 hours straight.
Like his cheekbones are just, and his jaw, like he got punched a few times.
Yeah.
You can tell.
But yeah, we gotta finish those shows. We gotta start SEAL Team. I never started SEAL Team. Mm-hmm. I'm getting clips again on my social media. So I'm like, I gotta watch it. This is ruining things. Just gotta make a list. You said we gotta make a list, I think.
We gotta make a list. Because all my shows are coming back in January or February. So, before that. Because then I'm gonna be busy.
Yeah. I forgot who I was talking to. I think Jan. He was like yelling at me to go back to school. And I was like, he's like, just take an online class. I'm like, cool, man, after February. He's like, what the fuck are you doing between now and February? I'm like, there's a lot going on. I gotta wait till after all the birthdays. All the holidays, all the birthdays. And then I could do stuff for like a month before it all starts up again.
True. I put from November till March. I don't like set anything for me to get done. Or like expectations for me to get shit done. Because it's just every week is something else.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Everybody's parents was also banging around the same time because everybody is born around the same time.
Clearly.
You were born in August, okay?
Yeah, but it's all jumbled together with my cousin and my dad's right there too. Also, my mother's 5 days before me, so.
Your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents.
I don't know what was going on. Any more water?
Sorry.
You want to keep going, or you want to wrap it up, or? Oh, you got your carafe. Okay.
Whatever it's called.
Would you like me to get it for you? Go get.
That's fine.
Okay.
What else you got?
What are the questions you got?
I don't know. That's all I was thinking.
You got spicy questions? I think I had some saved on my phone, but my phone's preoccupied right now.
It's like, where's our app?
Oh, there are questions in there, huh? I think there's a separate section just for that too, right? What's that one? Oh, you used to be able to. Nah, I don't think you can do it anymore. Yeah. But you didn't find any other questions? I mean, you're on the app, but you didn't find any other questions?
No. What spicy questions you got for me?
Oh, I don't know.
I think we're already pretty spicy.
As far as what? What we said on here?
Huh?
As far as what we said on here?
Oh no, like every aspect of us, like our attitudes
Oh,
are
okay.
spicy.
Especially you. No attitude. Look, that face. You just made. Yeah, see? Ridiculous.
What did you expect?
Nothing less.
Alright. My name has a E and an A. And I'm short.
Mm-hmm.
Double whammy. Triple whammy. Should've known.
You have everything that creates an attitude in a woman. Just all meshed into one. The name thing you just said. You're from a Caribbean island. You grew up in New York. You're under 5'2". Like this, it's everything. You can't see.
I can't. Listen, I've been struggling in the morning time with this fucking sun.
You have sunglasses.
It don't help when it's just beaming straight in your face.
It's hard. I drive the other way to work.
Yeah, and I'm not tall enough, so I put the sun visor down, and it's just like still there. It's the whole time. If you drive next to me, just it's hilarious. And the other day, when I was gonna go pick up Killian, because I haven't picked him up in so long. Man, I forgot about the school zone.
Wow.
Right?
Flying through it.
And I got to it and I saw the cross country. I'm like, oh shit! I forgot.
I got every single light. Every single light. I got there late as I'm pulling up to the front, like the doors where they let him out.
Today?
No, yesterday. They're like holding hands in a line going around to the front because they were going to bring him back inside. And he was like last in line, and either him or the teacher saw me, and they like, recognized my car. And they're like, oh, that's, and they brought him back. I'm like, thank God. I want to pay.
You would.
I left on time. It's just, I got every single light. The traffic was so bad yesterday.
Like sometimes it gauges in the morning.
And it doesn't make sense because it takes me 45 minutes to get there from work, roughly. It takes me 15 minutes to get home.
Wait, what?
It's just the traffic going that direction. It takes me 15 minutes to get home.
That's Florida.
But going from work to, 45 minutes pretty consistently.
Like that road, what is minor?
Mm-hmm. I don't take that road.
Like in the morning time?
Oh, in the morning.
Yeah, because you have to go the other way.
Right.
In the morning time, it's either I can get all the way across, no stopping, and go straight to Congress, or we're backed up until like the houses. There's no in between. I don't get it. I didn't see your mom this morning on my drive.
She texted me.
I didn't see her yesterday morning either. She okay?
She texted me. She's alright.
Okay.
Lisa's alright. She said
Okay.
Lisa had a good week.
Okay, good. I gotta message her and be like, hey, I see you almost every morning on your way to work.
She's like, that's funny because I don't see anything. I can't see over the steering wheel.
She really drives like that though.
I told you.
It's hilarious. I'm like, where's she looking?
Just looking at the gauges.
What? Oh, your mom is wild. And the car's so little. Like, it's not a big
It's the
car.
smallest car she's ever had. She's had like, I think the Camry. It's probably the biggest car. But even that, she looked like she was...
Did you see her in the camera?
Yeah, you saw the Camry. The white one.
Oh, that's right. That's it.
That's it. That's all you got for today?
That's all I got for today.
I like the questions thing. I wasn't sure how I was gonna like it, but I like the question thing.
We'll mix up the questions next time.
Yeah, we're gonna get a little crazier since you want to start about talking about sucking dick and shit as soon as we got it on here.
First of all, you said it, not me.
No, you said as soon as you got on here, start talking nasty.
How?
You had your whole ass out.
That was not intentional. I didn't know the camera was on.
Crazy. Wild.
Listen, this is YouTube. Not OnlyFans. Like, I gotta keep it PG.
Well, I can start up the OnlyFans, put the crazy questions on there.
Spicy questions.
Spicy questions.
Okay.
We'll get that next time.
We'll do it next time. These are a good time, though.
Yeah, it was a good time. Alright, let's get this.
Can I have my crafty craft?
Crafty craft? What's your craft?
My water.
Oh, your carafe.